Oink oink. Hello everyone, my name is Freya and I'm back with a brand new video. Since Valentine's Day is coming up next week, I thought it might be fun to do a video for you on low budget Valentine's ideas, just in case you don't want to splurge on expensive gifts or luxurious dates. In this video, I'll be giving you 5 gift ideas and 5 activity ideas for those of you who still want to have a special Valentine's Day but don't have a lot of spare cash lying around that they can spend on, you know, the typical, usually pretty expensive stuff you see floating around this time of year. Now, the first gift is actually something I did for Christmas, and it's creating a mixtape, which sounds very old school, I know, but can you think of a better romantic gesture? I think not. What you're going to need for this is obviously an empty recordable CD, which you can find in pretty much any electronics store, I think. I had some of these lying around because I needed to use one for an assignment last year, but trust me, they're not that expensive. They usually come in bundles of like 5 or 10. So you have a few spare ones in case something goes wrong, or you know, in case you want to create a new one for a birthday or whatever, or you want to put pictures on it. It's just a great investment. Obviously, these CDs come with like a generic cover photo thing that you're going to want to replace. So what you're going to do is choose a picture of the two of you, resize it so it fits the CD case, and you'll end up with something like this. This is my end result, and it just makes it more personal and a lovelier gift to receive. I also did something else that's not, you know, you don't have to, but I thought it was a nice touch. I basically added like a list of all the songs on the CD, so he can like skip to one he wants to listen to or whatever, just so he knows what songs are on there. You don't have to do this obviously, but it's nice. And I also wrote like a little message on the CD itself, which is also a nice touch, but you know, again, not obligatory. The main thing is that you choose the songs, put them on a CD, and you're done. When it comes to choosing the songs, they don't all have to be romantic, sappy ones. I think the main thing is that they're songs that mean something to the both of you, and that's what's going to make it special and nice for them to listen to. And if you don't have any budget to spend on the CDs, there are great apps out there like Spotify, for example, that will allow you to create a playlist and share it with someone else. So that's just a great way to have like a zero budget gift for someone. Even though you don't have a physical object to give them, you're still like putting in the time and effort to create the playlist and share it with them, so it's still a great gift. The second gift idea is again a pretty simple one, and it's giving your partner a framed picture. For this, I used an IKEA one, a pretty simple one. It's this one. Unfortunately, they don't sell these exact ones anymore. I checked their website, but I'll leave a link in the description box below, and they still have a pretty big range of simple frames that you can easily customize. They also have a few like more ornamental ones that are still cheap, so if you're not into arts and crafts and you just want to buy a beautiful frame that's not too expensive, you can find it on there as well. And like I said, I'll leave the link in the description box below, so you can just click it and browse through it, see what you like, and get that one. Or I'm sure like around where you live, they'll have stores where they sell frames. Obviously, if you're going to buy a more decorated frame, you're not going to have to do this, but it's just nice because it adds a little bit of a personal touch and just spruces it up a little if you bought one of the really simple frames. I'm going to show you my end result, and trust me, this is really easy to do. This is my one, and as you can see, I've just added a little message to the frame. I said, "I love you to the moon and back." You can basically write whatever you want on there, just make it personal, make it sweet. I mean, it's still a Valentine's Day gift, so you're going to want to make it a little bit romantic and maybe just, you know, a tiny bit sappy. That's okay, it's Valentine's Day, go for it. I've also added hearts to it, just glued them on there. Basically just use whatever you can find around the house that's a little bit Valentine's Day themed, a little bit like romantic and lovey. Doesn't really matter what you use, just make it how you want to make it. You can draw something on it. You can also leave out the hearts completely, just write a message. You can write the message all around the frame because I only did it on the top and the bottom. Really just personalize it and make it how you want it. The next gift requires a little bit more creativity, and you're probably going to spend a little bit more time on this one than you would the previous two, but trust me, it's definitely worth it because this is a great gift idea. And what it is coupons. I made these myself, and basically the idea is that you give your partner coupons that they can give you in exchange for an activity or something you make for them or something you do for them, basically just anything you want. I'll show you one more in detail. As you can see, this has a picture of me on the side, and then it says good for one movie of your choice, which basically means that when he gives this to me, he gets to pick the movie and I get to shut my cake hole. And if you get that reference, I love you. You can literally just write whatever the hell you want on these. I mean, I have one for a movie, one for a massage, breakfast in bed, like just choose whatever you want. Just make sure that it's something that your partner can enjoy or that you can both enjoy together. Obviously, those coupons are 100% free because you make them yourself and then you print them out at home. And another great idea for if you have absolutely no budget to spend on Valentine's Day is writing your partner a love letter. Again, this is a pretty old school idea, but I feel like it's something that should be done more often because it's really a nice romantic gesture and an easy gift. Obviously, I'm not going to read you mine, but I will show it to you just to give you a little bit of an idea. But honestly, this is so simple. All you need is a piece of paper and a pen and you're good to go. But here's mine. I just use a plain white piece of paper. You can use a lined one with squares, one with dots, just doesn't matter which piece of paper, just grab one, get a pen and write down your thoughts, write down your feelings, and basically that's it. I did add just like a little extra touch with the lipstick. So I just put lipstick on, gave the piece of paper a kiss, and you get like this nice print of your lips on there. And I also use like one of the little hearts that I also use for the picture frame. And that's it. Like honestly, that's all you need, and it's such a nice way to show someone how much you love them. And the last gift idea I'm going to share with you is going to require a little bit more effort and just a tiny bit of money spent, but I promise you it's not a lot. And basically what it is a jar of compliments. So what you're going to need for this is you're going to need to buy a glass jar. I bought this one for about €3 I think, which is not a lot, and I'm pretty sure you can find these in a lot of places for just a tiny bit of money. Doesn't have to be anything fancy. Mine says this is my favorite jar, which I don't think you can see. I'll try to show you. Yeah, you can see it like a little bit, but it doesn't have to be anything fancy like that. It can be like a plain jar as well. You can choose whether it has a lid like this or a different one. Like, just choose the one you think looks best. And what you're going to do with that is fill it up with little pieces of paper that you write compliments on. So, like you can see, I went for colored paper. I chose 3 colors. I chose blue, pink, and yellow. You can just use plain white paper as well, or one color only if that's your thing, or more colors than 3. Like, go nuts. Just do whatever you want to do. And the idea is that you write sweet things on these pieces of paper that your partner can then take out and read whenever they want. So you can write, I don't know, I wrote things like I love you, you make me smile, you're the best, like just nice things like that that can brighten someone's day and can make them feel better. Obviously, like, your partner can just open it and read them all when you give it to them, but let me tell you, there's a lot of papers in here and that's going to take a long ass time. What I think would be like a really nice idea is that you just put it on the bedside table or just like close to the bed, and they can then just open it and read one whenever they like get out of bed to just start the day on a really positive note, because it's so nice to read these things and start your day with them. Another idea that you could use is that they just open it whenever they're feeling sad or having a bad day, and then you can just read 1 or 2 and just it'll make them feel better. So I don't know, I think this is a really lovely gift to give, really thoughtful, and it doesn't really cost you that much. So onto the activity ideas, and the first thing that comes to mind when you think of Valentine's Day is preparing a nice meal. Now, whether that be your partner's favorite meal or maybe a new recipe that you're going to try, You can either cook it by yourself by the time they get to your place or by the time they get home, or you can decide to cook it together, which then turns into a really nice romantic activity to do together. Now the beauty of this is that you get complete control over the ingredients, which means that you also get complete control over the amount of money you spend. To make it just a little bit more special, you can treat it like a real date night and get all dressed up for it, put on some nice makeup, dim the lights, put some candles on the table, and just really make it like a really romantic atmosphere, and makes you feel like you're at a restaurant while you just cooked a meal at home. Another fun activity to do at home is play games together. Now, if that sounds a bit boring to you, or you're more of a computer game fan, like that's fine too. Just make sure it's maybe like co-op and you can play it together. Or if you are into board games but it's something you do regularly and you want to spice it up a little bit, I'm sure there are a lot of games where there's like a strip version of it, like you have strip poker. I'm pretty sure there's things like strip Monopoly, strip basically everything probably. Just look it up online, see what the rules are, and there you have it, like a spicy little game night in for Valentine's Day. Something else you can do for Valentine's Day is just have a romantic pamper session with your beau. Get out the candles, put on some relaxing music, and just give each other nice massages. It can be a back rub, foot rub, head massage, all of the above, or something else, like whatever type of massage you want. You can also give each other face masks, which I know a few guys might be opposed to, but really it's just so relaxing and it's so nice to treat yourself and your partner. And I think it's just a great idea to wind down together, really get rid of all of the stress of the day and enjoy that relaxing time together. The next thing on my list is to go stargazing together, which is such a romantic activity. What you're going to need is like maybe a warm blanket. You're going to need to put on warm clothes because it is still winter, so it's probably going to be freezing, especially at night. You can bring some champagne if you want to, a few glasses, maybe a few snacks as well. And just go somewhere where you have a clear view of the sky and just sit down, relax, look up at the sky and talk to each other, because it can really inspire some deep conversations, which I think is nice to have, especially with your partner. Just a nice little moment to hang out together and do something romantic like that. And last but not least is planning a day trip. Now, this doesn't have to be anything fancy. You can just go out into the town you live in, go visit a few museums or a few of the sites. Basically pretend like you're a tourist in your own city. You can also go to like the next city over or like a short trip away. But it doesn't have to cost you anything unless you want it to. And I think it's just fun to just take the day off, just spend it, you and your partner, no one else, and just do fun things. I think that's enough. It doesn't have to be more for Valentine's Day. Spending time together is already like a great gift. So there you have it, my 10 ideas for a low budget Valentine's Day. I hope you liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If any of my ideas inspired you, please let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget, I'm putting a link to the IKEA frames in the description box as well. Subscribe to my videos so you can see them when I upload them, and I'll see you next week with a new video. Bye! Take 1025. Don't really have care spash. Who don't really have care spash lying around instead of spare cash. Hello everyone, my name is Freya and I have a weird hand. Why am I such a weirdo? At least my hair looks good. Was that hand weird? Kinda. Was kinda weird. That's now my voice. Forever and always. Wednesday is coming up next week. Why did my lamp make that noise? Why are you being loud? Stop it. Oh my god, that lamp again. Stop. Oh, what am I doing with my life? I just invented a new holiday. Valentine's Day. It's to dine for. I'm talking to myself, which is perfectly normal and, you know, totally okay. I'm not doing anything. Why am I still filming?